Yes, and we are live. Hello,
Yes.
everyone. My name is Mickey. Welcome to my channel where I draw lessons from life experience, and I also share my experience of the places that I am working. I am here with...
Hey guys, this is your girl Audrey, and I'm a new YouTuber. My channel is called Then Came Roatan, and on my channel, it's my platform to inspire and to give information to anyone who dreams of moving abroad. I currently live in Roatan, so if you have any questions or interest specifically on that beautiful island, you know who to call. And today, Mickey, thanks for having me. If you're just tuning in, this is actually session 2 of 3. Last week, Mickey and I were talking about my reason for moving from New York to Roatan. We touched on the Garifuna culture. I am Garifuna. And just, we spoke about that. And today we are going to focus on Mickey, your story, why you moved to the UK. And we want to talk about some advantages and disadvantages about living abroad. So you guys, we have something really good scheduled for you today. And next week is session number 3, which we'll talk about it at the end of this session. So don't don't close your computer or turn off your phone because we have a lot of good information to share with you today.
Yeah. So, as you can hear, there's a dog barking. We are all family man and woman. So, like over here, it's raining. So, in case you hear any noises, it's all part of life.
Yep. Part of the experience. So, Mickey, let's get started, shall we?
Yep. I'm ready.
So, I want to know, because I told my story last week. So I want to hear from you. I want to know, first of all, which part of Africa are you from? And why did you leave Africa to move to the UK?
The UK. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for anybody who is watching, if you're watching live or if you watch the replay. So my name is Mickey, and I am originally from Ghana, and I live in UK. But before I say anything, I want to say this, right? I want to say this. Watch this video till the end. Watch this video till the end.
Yes.
First, everything I say over here is just my opinion. I am not a specialist at anything. It's just my opinion. I've lived 21 years of my life in Ghana, and I've lived 16 years working in UK. So I am going to point out some of the challenges I had in UK and in Ghana, right? And we have moving to Africa. Moving to Africa is like the new-ish, is the new, is the trendy topic going on. And I feel that there are some people jumping on the bandwagon without knowing what to expect. A lot of people did it, like you moved to Roatan and you did it blind, and you have learned from your experience. I moved to UK. I've lived in Ghana before, and I think it is on us to bring the expectation, to let people know the real truth on the ground, right? Some of the challenges. One thing in life is when you decide to make a decision, you are not making a decision to eliminate all your problems.
Exactly.
There are problems everywhere. Every finish line is the beginning of a new race. So what I'm going to say is, if you prepare for those problems, those challenges, then you will be well prepared to solve those problems. So we are going to try, or I am going to try and bring to fore some of the challenges in both worlds, right? So I am a Ghanaian and I am all for Ghana. The best case scenario for me is for me to be able to move back to Ghana after serving my time in UK. I say serving my time, but after giving my quota in the UK. I'm learning a lot, and the best case scenario is for me to move to Ghana. Ghana is in my blood, but UK also gave me some opportunities. So I'm not selling short any country over here. I am just sharing my experience of living in both worlds. And in the end, I'm going to give tips on how you can use the positives from both worlds together to your advantage, wherever you want, if you want to move to Ghana. So that is what I want to say. Please watch this with open mind and watch it to the end. because all I'm doing is just challenges that you should be aware of and be prepared to go over those. Okay, so I will go on.
Sorry, before you continue, I just want to let everyone know, whoever's watching, if you want to participate, just let us know in the comment below. If you want to actually video call and be featured, if you've moved abroad and you got some tips, just let us know. Mickey put in the comments the link to this live stream. So just let us know where you're from, where you at. You want to say something? We're open to hear you. So go ahead,
Yes.
tell us why you left Africa to go to the UK.
So my story, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I grew up in a humble background. I wouldn't say we were poor. We never went to bed hungry, but we went to bed sometimes not eating what we wanted to eat. But sometimes the food on the table wasn't to our satisfaction. But my parents did their best to give what they could. So I decided to go through the academics. I thought, oh, if I'm able to go through university and everything, I will be able to get a good job, and it's done. But one thing that came to me was going through education and going through the system in Ghana. There was a bit of favoritism going on. So it's not what you know sometimes, it's who you know.
Who you know.
Yes, it's who you know. And I think it happens everywhere. But growing up, that is one thing that I was faced with, right? I remember when I finished my high school education, I got an average because I went to a public school. I didn't go to a private school. In Ghana, we call it Saito. So I grew up in Kumasi, in the central part of Ghana. And they call it Saito. So it's a cheap government one that I went to. And sometimes those who went to the private school, which is expensive, they get higher grades than the public schools. Yeah. So even though I would not consider myself to be a genius, but I was all right in school. So I got an average 11, grade 11. I remember my mom took me to the senior high school. I wanted to go to Kumasi High School. It's a boys' school before. My mom went there, and then my mom was like, yeah, we've got 11. My son has got 11, grade 11, right? High school, grade 11 should be all right. I remember the principal then told us that the cutoff point was grade 8. But when we were stood outside, I saw people with grade 20, like 20 something, getting admission.
Really?
Yes, I'm telling you. I don't know who they knew, and I don't know what they had. But at that point, I thought, how am I going to make it through this? Like, how am I going to, even going through university, the courses that you need to get? Some people were given a certain courses, not because they scored higher than you, but it's because they had relatives in the board, So that at that point, I realized, you know what? I will try and travel abroad and maybe get a bit of economic advantage at a young age. That was what I was thinking. Get a bit of economic advantage, and then I will come back to Ghana to actually serve as a public, what should I say, like a good citizen. So it's been my plan since university that I'm going to leave because my parents don't know a lot of people. My parents are not influential, but I'm going to leave, try and build myself outside Ghana, come back with whatever I have, right? Because Ghana is in me. I will always have to go to Ghana, right? So that is why I left Ghana to come to UK, to try and build myself economically and go back to Ghana.
Awesome. That's great. A lot of people leave, but with the intentions of not coming back home because they're trying to avoid a lot of things,
Yeah.
So that's why you moved to Africa. So I mean to the UK. So once you got there, what are some of the challenges that you faced living in the UK?
So yeah, some of the challenges. So there are some challenges that I got in UK. So one of them was the culture shock.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was the culture shock. This is me. I grew up, I think when I moved to UK, I was like 21, 22. I've learned a lot the African way. The way I spoke was the African way. I had the accent. I still have the accent, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the time that a lot of people didn't understand what I say. So I felt like I had to relearn a lot of things.
Uh-huh.
The way I spoke, right? The way I mentioned a lot, I pronounced some words. Like I remember one of them was vehicle. I remember I used to say vehicle. People were like, what? Vehicle, right? Vehicle. No, it's vehicle. So now I had to learn to say vehicle. So that was one of the things. Culture shock. The second one, a lot of people, my friends who work with me would know that I didn't like the cold. I don't like the cold weather, right? I like wearing my African prints. But every time I wear it in UK, I had to cover it up.
Why?
Because of the cold with a jacket.
Oh.
Yeah. And I couldn't stand that. I couldn't stand, getting my mom to send me all these nice prints. And I had to cover it up with a jacket. So that is another thing that I didn't. Yes. The social system. I felt, this is my opinion, I felt it's a bit individualism. A little bit individualistic. Like, I remember my mom came to visit one day, and she, being a pure African, met everyone and said hello to people. So we'll be walking in the town center in a shopping mall, and she will be greeting people, right? And she was getting ignored. I had to tell my mom, you are not in Africa. You need to calm down. Yeah, you are not in Africa. So in my opinion, it was a bit, and it affected her. She's like, why isn't anybody responding back to me? But yeah, you do get people responding, but that was another thing.
Yeah.
My experience with racism is something that we try not to talk about it. Not everybody in the UK is racist, but you do get very few who are not enlightened, right? And coming to UK, that was when I experienced my first racism. One thing was, I don't know if it's funny, we found it funny. One day, my flatmate, not my flatmate, like my neighbor, let me say it that way, knocked on my door. I've smelled them eat pizza before, I've smelled them eat curry before, but she knocked on my door to tell me that my food stinks.
Really?
It happens, yeah, believe it or not. So she ended up taking me to the council, and the council was like, hey, it's a food, you get what I mean? Thank God.
Wow. That's
yes. So yeah, I experienced that, and I feel that any Black person living in a white-dominated country at least will experience it once in their lifetime, at least. Once in their lifetime. We don't like to talk about it, but that's one of the truth, right? And then again, I thought it was a bit routine. It was a bit routine because we don't have that in Ghana. You could come outside, right? And then you can have a chat with your neighbors and stuff like that. I know some people who grew up in UK, they have that, the neighbor, the connection. But me moving from Ghana to UK, I couldn't get that connection. I remember I used to live in Manchester as well. In Manchester, I never knew any of my neighbors. And sometimes it makes you feel lonely. So sometimes it's just you go to work, you make the money, you pay the bills. And Saturday, if you're not someone who drinks, you just stay at home, watch TV. Sunday, you prepare for work for the next day, and then you do it all over again. So it became a bit routine. And being someone who would like to start a business, I thought that if you are given capital in UK, say £20,000 in UK and £20,000 in Ghana, I feel that the probability of starting a business with that 20,000 in Ghana was higher, and there were more, because Ghana is developing. You could make more money. I mean, you could make your money go further, right? So that was one thing. I would say Patricia Abuja. Yeah, welcome. Thank you very much for your support. You can also give your comments if you want in the comment section. So yeah, I'll carry on. So capital wise, I thought if you had, you can start something more in Ghana than or in Africa than in UK. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was one thing, and at some point too, I felt left behind, and I'm not in it alone. There are a lot of people who migrated from Ghana to UK with degrees that they use that degree to look for a job. That degree is not from UK, right? So most employers, not all of them, most of them will look at that degree thinking, is it legitimate? Right? So, yeah, is it legitimate? Even though the National Accreditation Board accepts that. So you always have to do a master's degree before you are sort of credible. You are seen as credible.
Wow,
so
that's more time out of your life.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So a lot of people have degrees, but they cannot do the jobs that they want to do in UK. So that was one thing. The final thing was I was a bit scared, or I'm still scared of ending up in the adult home or nursing homes. In Ghana, old people, because we have the cultural system, the community looking after the old people. And in UK, having an old person, it's not everybody. This is just my opinion. Sometimes having an old person at home is like having another baby in a way. So sometimes you cut down your hours and you need that money. You need that money. So it makes it difficult for people to look after the old generation. So sometimes they end up in the care home. Me, I like eating Ghanaian food. I like eting my food. I like eating my jollof rice. And I don't think they'll be cooking that in the adult home.
No.
So that is one challenge that I'm battling with. So those are the challenges that I face moving from Ghana to UK.
Awesome. So now that you've told us, the challenges for both, and this is, I want to move on to the next segment because I see this a lot. I see a lot of people in a developed country saying, for example, in the US, I'm so sick of the racial climate. I'm so sick of Donald Trump. I'm so sick of this. I'm going to pack my bags and I'm going to leave. I'm going to go to Ghana, Jamaica. I'm leaving. People just pack their bags and they leave. Or you have people in developing countries like Ghana, like Honduras, and they're like, well, there's no opportunities here. There's the classes, people only pay attention if you have. Oh, it stopped for a minute, the stream, the live stream. Anyway, so you have people in developing countries complaining and running to developing countries like the UK and the US. What can we say to those people? Pack your stuff and go, or what? What can we say to those people?
So I'll get back to that about some of the challenges that you can face in Ghana, which is a developing country. I need to mention that because, and this is where I'm saying that I'm not selling short Ghana and I'm not selling short Africa, right? I'm not selling, but all these problems that I'm going to mention are opportunities for people to make money from, right? So in Ghana, if you want to move from America, from UK to go and settle in Ghana, these are some of the things I want to bring up, right? I feel these are challenges. I feel there's a bit of class divide, as I mentioned to you. The rich, it looks like the rich keeps becoming richer and the poor gets poorer, right? And that is one thing. If you don't have money in Ghana, you will know it. You will know it, yeah? So that's one thing. And another thing is the judicial system. These problems are everywhere, but I'm bringing them up so that people are able to solve it, right? The judicial system, again, I feel sometimes favor the privileged and the poor get, like you get a lot of people stealing money with their pens. That's what we say.
Mhm.
White collar, they
White
steal
collar.
money with their pens, and they are able to afford good lawyers and stuff like that. And then you get someone poor who just still say a goat or something like that, and they end up getting 20 years, sometimes 5 years.
Yeah.
So that's one thing, the judicial system. And sometimes too, I've been in cases where people are taking advantage of me, and I will take them to court. As soon as I leave the police station, they also do whatever with the police. And then they call you and they say, oh yeah, I'm going to tell you, take the matter home and go and discuss it at home, right? We had homes before I came to you. So that's one thing, the judicial system. The electricity is not stable. You will find that it's not really stable. It's getting better, but it's not stable. So this is one thing for someone who is living in UK, who's always got 24/7 lights, right? Electricity, and then going to have some power cuts. Sometimes it can be a bit uncomfortable for people. The healthcare is getting better, because yesterday I was watching a program by Wademaya, and he was talking about this hospital, and it's really good, but you need money to access these hospitals. And it's almost as if I feel that if you have a special need, it's almost as if you have to travel abroad, to go and get treatment. We are getting there, but it's something that you need to put in mind. You need to put in mind as well. We have the politicians. I have a joke about the politicians. Someone told me that, this is not from me. So someone told me that there is a sex position called politicians. You get on top and you don't do anything, right? So they when they want power, they will tell you a lot of stuff, but when they get on top, it's a bit difficult. And I think they're a bit short-sighted. We all need to learn delayed gratification. The deals that they do needs to encompass, the future generation. So sometimes our politicians, they need a bit of a kick in the backside. So sometimes that will also get on you. The system is a little bit slow, depending on what you've been to. Queen Irie, greetings. Thank you for joining us. So the system can be a bit slow, especially when you are registering your land or when you are registering a business.
I could relate.
Yes, I tried to get building permits, and it took me, I think, 1.5 years, 2 years. And you would think I'm trying to do, what's the word? Like, do things in a legal way.
Yes.
Right? Law-abiding citizen. Yes. But then the system can sometimes be a bit slow. So it's something that you need to put at the back of your mind. The internet. Now we've got COVID-19. A lot of things are moving online. The internet, the Wi-Fi in Ghana, it's not up to scratch. But if you have money, again, you can get the best internet. So it's something that you need to put at the back of your mind. Again, I'm not trying to sell that short Ghana. Ghana is in my blood. I will have to go and die in Ghana. I have to. That is my prayers, right? All things being equal. But these are the things. If you know your problems, you will know how to solve them.
Exactly.
Right? If you know how to, your expectation. If you know how to manage your expectation, disappointment is zero in your life. Exactly. So that's why I'm bringing these up. All these problems can be solved. Exactly. So now we go to your question.
Yeah.
On
what you're going to say to those people who are running from developed to developing countries, and people who are running from developing countries to developing, vice versa. I got confused. What do you say to those people?
Yes. Before I go on, I'll read Queen Irie said, we brought our land and are going to build it. Yes.
Right.
Yes, we have to build it.
Yes.
Yeah, we have to build it.
Yep.
Yeah, we have to build it. Live life, Anas and the judiciary. Good vibes. Yeah, thank you for joining us, everyone. Patricia, thank you very much for the respect. Yeah. So yeah, was going to Jamaica, but just another plantation.
Time to go home to Africa.
That is, yeah, true. It's very true. Very true. So yeah, I will go to the question. So I am going to give tips, right? How you can harness the positives of both worlds to our advantage. One, so my tip is from any Ghanaian who is trying to move to UK or who is trying to move to America. This is my tips. One, I've said a lot of negative stuff, but you need to be positive and look for opportunities. There are a lot of opportunities that you can get in the Western world, right? You can get that. But when you travel with the mindset that you are going to work and improve yourself and then bring in that opportunity back to build your home country.
Exactly.
For me, Ghana, right? There are some opportunities that you can take from UK. Two, you will have to learn to delay gratification. What do I mean by that?
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Yes. You are going to get a job. Well, God willing, you will get a job. One thing I realized was, yes, I'm not saying, when I say delayed gratification, let me explain it. On average, everybody is going to work, I think, 40 years in their life. On average, 40 years. Within that 40 years, you can, let's say you need 400 cedis to live good in Ghana, right? Or to live good wherever you are. So you are going to try and within that 40 years, save, I don't know, 10 every day, 10 every year, right? To get the 400, right? Delayed gratification is putting, firing all cylinders and saving that amount of money in 10 years. So that means you might not have a big wedding. That means you might not have to do your birthday every year. That means you might have to delay the baby shower. That means you might not have a bridal shower, right? In that 10 years.
Yeah.
So instead of doing it for 40 years, you do it in 10 years. And after 10 years, when you've saved your 400, now you can enjoy these things.
Exactly.
So that's all I mean. So what I realized was if you're in UK and you say you get a job and you're able to scheme yourself and you pay all your rent and then maybe you don't waste money on certain things and then you get £200, you're able to save £200. £200 in Ghana is 1,400 cedis of 1,400 cedis, right? That is somebody's wages in Ghana.
For the month.
For the month.
Wow, okay.
Yes. In the old currency, it's 40 million, right? That is somebody's wages. So if you have that amount of money and you can save that money, right? Then you can invest that money. You can invest that money. So that's one thing that I would say. So try and save some money and invest. Another thing, don't be too comfortable when you travel abroad. Don't be too comfortable. Queen Iris says living in the UK is hard. Every penny you earn goes right back in the system. We work for the next payday, have sensible plan. That is it.
I agree. And something, just to touch on build on what Queen Iris said, she's right. And the US is also the same. But this is where another form of delayed gratification is also, that's why you see so many immigrants living 10 people in one house, where people will criticize and judge, but then in 5 years, they all put their money together to buy a big building. So there are some sacrifices that have to be made. And if you are young, like 18, 16, and you have no children, no responsibilities, your only expenses, maybe your phone bill and transportation, that is the time in your life where you can save the money that's coming in. But the more children you have, or the more, if you get married, the older you get, the more responsibilities. She's right. A lot of times your money goes right back into just living. So you got to have a sensible plan, like she said.
Yes. And thank you very much, Queen. And another thing, visit Ghana often. if you go abroad, visit Ghana often, because what happens is it is developing. And
Yes.
if you stay away in the diaspora, right, it will run away from you. I
Yes.
remember when we changed the currency, I had to go to Ghana. When we changed the currency, it was so difficult for me. I was paying people 500,000 cedis instead of 50 cedis, right? So it is developing. So you have to go and get in touch with
Yeah.
the development, the rate at which it is developing. When you make it to abroad, America, UK, try and get some form of qualification online. You can get a degree online. Try and get something, because when you go back and you are not able to start your own job, or you are not able to start your own something, you can fall back on that.
Exactly.
Another one is about building. Everyone is building, right? Everyone is building. Live Life says have a realistic plan and find ways to execute. That's very true. Building. I want to give a tip about building. So when I traveled, right, everyone wants to build, and everyone, I think we watch a lot of MTV Crib, so we want to build big, right? Everyone wants to build big. You will end up building 5-6 bedroom, and it will take you a long time to build that house. And after you build that house, all you have is a big house, right? Maintenance is coming, right? Your family members will need a place to sleep. When they go into the house, the whole 5 bedroom is occupied, right? So I learned it the hard way. What about building? If you have the capacity to build big, build, say, 3 bedrooms, but apartments, say double flats, right? Or if you have the money, if you can build 4 flats, 2 3-bedroom, 4, right? If your family need a place to sleep, they can occupy 1 flat. You still have 3, because when you live abroad, you only go home 6 weeks max, and all you need is a roof over your head. You don't need a 5-bedroom, right? Exactly. So if you have money and you want to build, your first house should be apartments, right? And then you can rent some of them out whilst you live in one, and that will be a stream of income, because when you go back to Ghana, you need stream of incomes.
Exactly.
One stream of income is not enough. So the house that you build, right, can be a stream of income for you. Airbnb, you can list it on Airbnb.
Exactly.
And then you can rent it out. So those are some of the tips I'll give to Ghanaians who wants to move to UK. If you make it to UK, that is what you need to look at.
Live life, he says, plan your exit from a developed to a developing world. Don't just jump on the bandwagon. Yes. True. Don't just jump on the bandwagon, because you're going to fall right off that wagon.
Yeah. So with that one, I'm going to talk to people who are either in UK and they want to move to Ghana. Some of the tips that you need. Some of the tips. So you've either you were born in UK and you're planning to move to Africa or Ghana, or if you traveled early in your life and you want to move to Ghana, right? These are some of the tips. Be positive. I said a lot of negatives about Ghana, right? Be positive. In this world, there is negative everywhere.
Exactly.
Everywhere there is negative. As I said, when you decide to make a decision, you do not eliminate the problem. You exchange that problem to a problem that hopefully you are comfortable of solving.
Exactly.
Right? So all these negatives I said are opportunities for someone to make money. Exactly. Right? If you solve $1 million problem, you become a millionaire. If you solve $1 billion problem, you become a billionaire. One example was I went to Ghana one day. I hated carrying my trash to the tip. Every morning I had to do that, right? I hated it. And I went to Ghana and there was this company called Zoom Lion, and they were actually coming to our house to take the bins to the trash for us. They saw this happening in UK, in America, and they've mirrored it. There are a lot of things that you don't even have to think. You don't even have to invent. You just have to look at what is happening in this developed world and mirror it in a developing country. So look at all these problems as opportunity for you. A lot of people are building in Ghana right now, right? When you build, sometimes you get some bushes in the house, right? If someone bought streamers, weed eaters, garden stuff, right, and just go around clearing this land for people, that is a business ready
Yeah.
for someone,
Mm-hmm.
to harness on. So that's it. Two, as Live Life said, plan ahead. If you are young, you said it, plan ahead, and you live, plan ahead. Get in touch with the country that you want to go in, see how the country is like, and plan ahead.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, Ghana is developing, so you need to mirror it. Do long visits. Do long visits. Go and visit that country, right?
Yes.
And learn from the locals.
Yes.
I
Mm-hmm.
am living in Belize right now. When I came to Belize, oh yeah, people were telling me go and shop over there, go and shop over there, right? And I went over there, and my monthly income was like, no, this is a bit. So I got in touch with the locals, and
Yeah.
I'm telling you, some people are living with 200 pounds in Ghana. If you get to know how they live, you will know the hacks. You will know that, oh, there is a market somewhere. Someone told me there is a market in Belize City. And if you go early, the farmers bring fresh stuff. They bring fresh stuff, and you can get it for cheaper, right? Instead of going to a supermarket
Yeah.
and go and buy something in the fridge.
Yeah.
You get fresh, organic stuff cheaper. So that's, I got that. I saved that money from learning from the locals.
Mm-hmm.
Create stream of incomes.
Mm-hmm.
Create stream of incomes. If you are moving from UK to Ghana, try and invest in UK, maybe get a rental property, maybe put some money into a pension pot, because that monthly pension pot will go further in Africa.
Yeah.
It will go further. So you
Definitely.
need to also do that. So these are some of the tips. When you move to Ghana, right, and you have the right documentation to come back, the healthcare system, you can travel back to UK to enjoy the healthcare system. But if you delay your gratification and you can afford it, you can get good healthcare in Ghana. So trying to get economic power is so important. It's so important. We say, oh yeah, white supremacy, white supremacy. We can only fight white supremacy with economic power. So we need to delay. Investment is so big. It's so important to me. So if you are in UK, rental property, and then another thing, be patient when you travel to Ghana. Be patient, or when you travel to Africa, the things will get done, right? Be patient. Plan around those delays and enjoy your life.
Yes.
Ghana is amazing. Africa is amazing. Go and enjoy yourself. Go and enjoy yourself. Be patient and move with it, and life will be good. I hope this will be helpful. If you are finding value in this video, please like button, please. And if you want to come and chat to us, I'm going to put the link in the comment section, and you can join us in a video call. And
Awesome.
yes, so that is the link. Yeah.
So I like Mickey because this whole moving is a thing now. It's a whole big thing, especially with the pandemic going around and people are stuck in certain places. People are really thinking, well, if I have to be stuck for 6 months somewhere in the world, where do I want to be? So this is really a relevant conversation. And what type of mentality should we have? Like, what type of how should we be thinking when moving abroad? What about you talking to someone who's never left the US or who's never left Ghana? Like, what type of mindset should you have?
One, positive for me. Positive. Always be positive. And because when you're positive, you only see opportunities. Even the bad things becomes good. The glass is always half full, not half empty. So if you are positive, you will find some. And two, look for problems over there and try to solve it. And be ready to work hard. Be ready to work hard. Like, don't think that, oh yeah, you have this qualification and stuff like that. So you not be ready to go to the ground roots and work hard. Those are my secrets. So be positive, be ready to work hard, and be ready to solve problems. Those three.
Awesome. That's great. Well, we reached our 40-minute limit.
Yeah,
That was so fast.
it
That
went
was
so
really
fast. Yeah,
I enjoyed this conversation. I know that a lot of people are looking for this information. So if you know someone who's thinking about moving abroad, if you're moving abroad and you want to support us, you can just share, share, share. The replay will be posted later on
yeah,
Mickey's page and also on my page.
yeah,
Um, Please do not forget to tune in to the last session between Mickey and I next Saturday, the same time, 12 p.m. Central Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And so Mickey and I are going to be touching on our cultures. He's from the Ashanti tribe, and I am Garifuna. Two
yes,
tribes that they have a lot of similarities. For those of you who don't know, Garifuna people are made up of Africans and Arawak Indians, but we've had a hard time tracing back our Garifuna root, our African roots. I know many people have told me, "Well, you look like you from Ghana," and people
mm,
say, "Well, Garifunas come from the west side of Africa," but we don't know. So I'm really excited to speak to
yeah,
Mickey and dig into the Ashanti culture and see how we have how our brotherhood is
yeah.
related.
Do you know what? Do you know what we can do as well? I'm going to spread it
Mhm.
into the Caribbean as well. So I'm going to try and make it Africa and Caribbean as
Yes,
well. And because I've seen some Jamaicans watching, and they will be watching it, we will
yes,
try and spread it as well. So
yes.
even though we're doing Garifuna, Ashanti, we try and do Africa or West Africa and then the Caribbean. And I think that will make it broad as well. So we will do that. I think it will be a good informative video.
Awesome.
Thank you very much for joining. Thank you. We really appreciate the support, and we will see you again in the next stream. Thank
Yes.
you.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Bye, everyone.